So how we been? How we been? What's going on, Jen?
They are.
Okay. It's been a good day. It's been a good day. Busy though. Can't lie. Can't lie.
Summer holidays, fam. Super daddy thing.
Gotta represent for the daddies, man.
God
You get
no.
me?
At that time.
The job in itself, bro.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, man. All good. Okay. Where we there? We ready to roll?
Hey man, your father's stupid for a wise man. For know it all like yourself, you should have known that I should have covered that tracks. Hey man, your father's stupid for a wise man. Go ahead and try me, go ahead and try me, go ahead and try me, go ahead and try me.
Good boy, double bass, guitar.
Hello, check, 1, 2, testing,
Hello.
1, 2. Inside.
Yeah.
Well,
Come on.
Come on.
Shout out to the lady in the world. That's why we get on this one. Anyway, well, all right. It's not, also Garrett said, it's actually a football podcast. All right, grown people. We don't have no young bucks on this show. Carol is the youngest. All right, nobody else is going to be younger than that on the show, because we hear people say stuff like, "Oh my days, Harlan's the best striker that ever lived." You were not alive for R9, so you just
Come on.
Anyway, I am JR. All right, introducing myself. Big up to those that are listening for the first time. Grown opinions. We sound like we're arguing, but we're just debating loudly. Big up yourself. Someone to my right, Tiny. Big up yourself.
Yeah, myself, Tiny Godfather. Don't trip. Let's get it.
Cool. And to my left, left top, Bins. Don't trip, Trim.
What's up? What's up? How we doing, peeps? Hope all is good. Don't trip, mate.
Boom shakalaka. And then to my top right, top Bins, Smiles, aka Juan Smilinho.
Come on.
Man, like.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, gents. Good evening. Thank you.
Welcome, my bro.
Thank you.
Big up
Welcome,
to
Smiles.
Big up to
Welcome,
Smiles,
Smiles,
who
bro.
is a special guest today. You didn't have to deal with that, but he's a special guest today. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back on again, to be honest, after what he's doing. Those antics. But anyway.
You're the only one that's going to have a problem with that, though, innit?
Well, that's because
Okay.
anyway, we're real rivals.
Hey, this is a problem that I like.
I ready.
Real rivals. So anyway, so big up to everyone on the show. You can support whoever you like. It's just fancy. Now let's start the show with the first topic, which we're getting off on. So the FIFA Club World Cup. Is it a respected trophy or just a waste of time? Now, I know this happened, finished a couple of weeks ago with Chelsea winning it. Big up to Chelsea and their man there. All right. Yeah. But I think because of the format of it, people are still a bit confused as to whether it should be respected in some ways, because it's, Champions League winners, former Champions League winners playing, or it shouldn't be respected because it's just for teams that to make money and nobody really cares about it, because it's all about the large amounts of money and kind of connected to this, to some kind of super league just for people who won the Champions League. So I think it was a great topic to discuss, and it will feed into different topics because of the amount of money connected to it off the back of that. So, lads, what do we think? Club World Cup, is it a global charity shield, or is it something that people wish and want to win and it should be respected?
I think it's something that I think, my opinion of it, obviously, with what's happened, and we're looking at who actually won it. Chelsea won it, but none of the winners of, so for example, Liverpool weren't in it. Also, Real Madrid were, no, sorry, not Real Madrid.
Barcelona.
Basically, the Barcelona. So all the top teams that won something weren't in it. So it's kind of, I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm glad that Chelsea won it at the end of the day. Not that I'm a Chelsea fan or anything, but I feel like they made a shed load of money because of it. And if that means that there's an opportunity for one of our teams in the Prem to do exactly that and change their fortunes, then why not, man? Who knows? I don't know what anybody else's opinion on it, but I think it's cool.
Well,
Personally, for me, I didn't think the games were really competitive in terms of like both teams seem to be going at it with each other. Maybe the different levels in the teams. Obviously, we had a few Brazilian teams and things like that. There was a few shocks and stuff, but the actual football itself didn't really seem. Obviously, we're used to Premier League football, it's a lot more intense than other leagues and stuff. But yeah, it just didn't have that competitive feel to me. Maybe because my team wasn't involved, but just in general, I'm not. But just in general, it just didn't have that kind of competitive edge for me in it. But on the whole, football in it, like there's gonna be complaints, there's gonna be people that are happy with it. But because not too long ago they were complaining about there's too many games and all of this stuff in it.
Yeah.
So
remember, and the injuries and this and whatever. So
so it's just opinions in it. But personally, I don't think it's a bad thing. More football we get to watch doesn't really affect me on the fitness side because I don't have to do no running. But competition on the whole was okay, and like you say, big money in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I think it's a bit of both for me, to be honest. I feel like obviously I'm a football fan, innit? So once the Premier League's done, anytime the big teams are playing, I want to watch football, innit? You know what I'm saying? So the selfish side of me, this football's on. I want to watch it. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, JR, I see the financial side of it. It's gaining traction, innit? So where with Man City, it is a bit of a dead cup, but it's starting to gain that traction. And obviously the teams like Chelsea, they probably feel like they underperformed this year, innit? So for them, getting the motor running and their team engine, because they were playing most of their first team, and that's what I'm saying, and they're still building what they're building, I think it's good in that aspect. But yeah, man. Otherwise, I think player welfare as well. That's a big thing of it. You know what I'm saying? But then the selfish side of me kicks in, like I said before, and man, just want to watch football, innit? So, you know what I'm saying?
What can I ask? How much did Chelsea made? Like 130 million for that or something like that, innit? What was the actual amount that they actually accumulated from being in that competition?
Well, I believe it was just over 100 million. And, you know, for me, the Club World Cup, I think the thing about it is that what we're saying is the quality is not, it doesn't reflect, isn't it? Like you won your Champions League or whatever because the area you live in is dead. Like it's dead. That's why you won it. Like there was literally teams that from New Zealand where 90% of the players have another job. Like there's people who had to like take leave or leave their job to go and play in it. Like that isn't something that we look at and think, oh, this is a big competition. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, cool.
And again, I'm gonna put a caveat. I'm gonna put a disclaimer. This is not an attack on or Chelsea, but it's just like if we look at the Conference League, it's not as respected because of the teams that are in it. It's not that it's not a cup; it's a European Cup, right? But because of the teams that are in it, it's not respected. You look at it and you think, what are the name of these players? What are the name of these teams? I don't know who these are. So the Club World Cup was really a cup that people had forgotten about. No one was saying, oh my days, I can't wait for the season to finish for the Club World Cup. No one was thinking that. Like everyone forgotten about it. It's like, oh shit, it's about to happen. Oh, who's in it? What do you mean? And I think like normally, if you're, as an example, Liverpool won the league, you kind of think the end of the season cups should be for the people that won. And it just happened to be that the last people who won the Champions League weren't the people that won their league. So I just don't think that it was that interesting. And I think like if we look at it, Chelsea aren't the biggest club in England. They're not second. I don't think they're third. So it means that people normally like watch Man United because it's Man United, the biggest club in England. Then you got Liverpool and whoever you might think after that you're gonna watch it. You got Real Madrid. People watch Real Madrid, but people won't always watch it if they don't think they're taking it seriously. It's like, what's the point? It's like I'm watching them, but he's not rubbish. Like why is he doing this? Like you've got Vinicius doing madness in games that you think this guy's not serious and he wanted a Ballon d'Or. But I think the final thing to rest on is like player welfare. I just don't think they should play so many games. Like they're playing 50, 60 games already, and now they're going to add another 5, 6 games on there. Fair enough. Like, but when they're knackered, when they're getting, knee injuries, hamstring injuries early on in the season, you know why?
Yeah, it's long.
But I mean, that kind of. Sorry, go on.
No, said facts. I agree.
Yeah, I think that kind of goes on to the point about Chelsea actually winning it, right? So, like, they've won it, and I think it's very important to highlight that Chelsea are a team that they have been doing enough to be relevant. But in some ways, if you look at their levels of investment, would you consider like it an underachievement for what they've been achieving, right? So the Club World Cup, we're not too sure if it's a respectable cup or not, but they're investing twice as much as everyone else, right? Is this a big achievement? Like, is it something to shout about? Is it, a job done because that they need to make some money for what, because of their PSR issues? Like, is this a big achievement? What do you guys think?
I personally don't think it's anything massive, but it's definitely a good achievement. There was a few decent teams in the pot. I know they didn't play all of the better teams, but trophy's a trophy, innit? Can't complain at some silverware.
I think that they benefited. I think they benefited hugely because during and throughout the season, they didn't do what they would have liked to have done. So the fact that they've used this to actually, like the amount of money that they've accumulated from this to now go and do different things, it's helped what they're trying to achieve for the actual squad that they're trying to build. So I think it's a huge achievement. There's going to be other teams that are going to be involved in something like this again and be able to take advantage of exactly the same thing. So I think it's good for them. There's other teams that haven't been able to notch any silverware this season. So I'm not going to knock them at all. And everybody's spending. Everyone's still trying to build on their squads, most importantly for this next season coming up, and that's going to be crazy. So Chelsea doing that's perfect. I think that's a win-win for them.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. I was gonna say the same thing. Obviously, looking at it from like just watching their development and the players that they've got, a lot of young players as well. So like I like to watch the way that I've liked the progress and the development of what they've been doing and the way Maresca's been doing it. So like to see this for some of those boys as well, it's a huge achievement for the players. Maybe so much as we look at it overall, it doesn't because of the teams that was in it and whatnot. But for what they're doing and what they're building at the minute, I think it's amazing, and then obviously what they're doing at the minute in the transfer market, what they do next season is going to be, you know what I'm saying? It's
Okay.
positive.
I think because of how much money and stuff's involved as well, it's going to make it bigger for future references. I think because a lot of teams, obviously, with the financial fair play and all of this other stuff, that extra money is a big bonus. You know them one.
Definitely.
So I think for
It lifts
future
a lot of
reference,
weight.
yeah, I think for future reference, it will make it a lot bigger than it actually is. Actually feels like it is now. You get me? No, Diddy.
People gonna see it and think. People gonna see it and think to themselves, "Rah! Look at what Chelsea did. You know what? We need to. This is one of the tournaments to actually really go for it because of what you can get from it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
Cool.
It's probably going to build as well.
I'm going to play devil's advocate in this, right? Play devil's advocate. So, a couple of things, right? So, first of all, the teams they played, right, on the way to winning it was Los Angeles, right? They played, I can't remember exactly what they're called, LA Miami, LA Galaxy or something like that, right?
Okay.
From in the MLS. They played, who else they played? They played Flamengo, right? They played some Tunisian team. Then they played Benfica. Then they played Palmeiras. Then they played Fluminense. And then they played PSG, right? And the devil's advocate is it a big achievement to beat some of those teams that are not really the top teams, but then win a cup that not all the top teams are in? And then the second question would be, would they get the same plaudits, or would someone else get the same plaudits or have different pressures if they spent the same amount of money and won the same things?
I think so what I wanted to say was, for the first one, they beat the best team, or arguably who we would say the best team was. If you, no matter who you played throughout, you got to play PSG, who has actually been smoking teams. Look at what they did in the semi-finals. So if we're gonna say that, then they done what they had to do on the day. You can't. Chelsea didn't get to choose who they were gonna play. So they got a good run, and that's what cups are. That's what tournaments are about. So the fact that they showed up at the final, did what they had to do, and came home with the bacon. That's it. Simple. So
you can only beat who's in front of you.
If they had played, I don't know, LA Galaxy or like a not so good team in the final, yeah, that could be questionable. But they actually beat PSG, easily.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not tired or not tired. I don't care. They beat them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first one. Anyone else can follow up with the second one if they wish.
Tactically, it was a good game though as well. Like they outplayed PSG, because it's not like PSG weren't playing or trying to play. Do you know what I'm saying? There was a couple tweaks that Maresca made that were very effective in that game. You know what I'm saying? Having Reece James playing holding midfield, that he was on the pressure in PSG's midfield. They couldn't really play out how they've been playing out all year. You know what I'm saying? So in that sense, like I said, you can only beat who's in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of the run, you still got to beat the teams to win the cup. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Like I said, I think it's an achievement in that sense, and commercially, I think the pushing behind it and the sponsorship, the cup's only going to get bigger, innit? So to have your name on it from now, it doesn't really do you harm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We just got a comment from YouTube. Shouts out to Roland Bascom. You're saying 100%. Whether that was to my comment or to yours, I'm not sure. But big up yourself anyway, my brother. Thank you for engaging and that. Big up.
Yeah,
Sorry for
I get your devil's advocate, but what if they had the run that PSG had? You know them ones? Would we be talking the same?
What do you mean?
Nah.
Chelsea. Like if you look at who PSG played, they played Bayern, they played Real Madrid, they played all of the better teams in it. If Chelsea had that run, would we be talking the same? You get me?
I mean, that's
It's just kind of luck of the draw.
But what I'm saying is again, like, you know, like once you get to a final, I personally, I believe that once a team gets to a final, it's anyone's. Like, because, you know, it's just about who shows up on the day, and we've seen Wigan win. Do you know what I mean? In finals,
Yeah.
we've seen we've seen teams like that aren't top like get to finals, and it's just about who shows up on the day. So I think like when people talk about you know, the quality or what they've achieved getting to that point, like they had maybe, it's like when people were talking about Gareth Southgate and getting to like a cup final and stuff, they were like, well, actually the teams you played weren't that great, and then when you got there you did that. I'm not knocking Chelsea's achievement. I think beating the best team in the world, my opinion, is the best team in the world. Beating the best team in the world is enough to say you have the pedigree, right? I was just playing devil's advocate. I was like, well, actually, they had that pathway. If another team had that pathway, then they probably get to the final as well. And I think the second point was more to like maybe my team, Man U, all these other teams, maybe not so much, maybe even Liverpool now, but if someone was spending 1.3 billion euros, would a conference and the Club World Cup, would that be a great achievement? And I think that's really the question I had in my head, and I just wanted to hear what you lot are saying.
Okay. I think it over time it will be a better achievement, but at the moment it's just building, in it. Like we were saying, like even the fans and stuff in the stadiums, these stadiums ain't packed and all of that stuff, so they don't really have the same atmosphere and all of that stuff. So the way that it kind of doesn't feel the same as if, for example, winning a Champions League or Europa League, or you get me? Like that's the thing for me. The competition needs to kind of grow a bit for it to feel that kind of way for me personally.
You know what? Yeah, imagine, yeah, in a year's time now, because obviously, I'm saying the momentum that Chelsea have got, yeah. So let's just say for devil's advocate, they went on and they go and they win the league and go and win something else and the FA Cup and do a thing. We're gonna sit back and say, yo, them man was on a run from then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it has to stop.
The money at some point the money has to show in it if it's gonna work.
So as an example, right? If they don't win, so like they're in the Champions League now because they're their position, right? Or they finished top 4, so they top 5, so they were able to finish Champions League. So at the game, at the end of the day, if they go on and they win an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup, would you say, well, the spending is justified, or are we only justifying it for a basis to build on? What do we think?
More like stepping stones, I reckon. You know what I'm saying? But for what they've achieved now, we need to be seeing consistent signs of that. Obviously, the Premier League is going to be crazy next year. Like, so if they're not competing, if they go and do a flop, then you'll know what a flop is, innit? But if they're competitive and they're playing and they're involved in anything and they compete with it, and the investment is being shown in it, it might just be the management or a player that's outshine that's taking it from them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Right. Cool. Well, like not to kind of stay on the Chelsea achievement to.
No, I was gonna say we've got a comment. We'll read out the comment. We've got a comment on the screen.
Okay. Yes. So again, the game is about winning trophies, no matter how much you spend, as long as you can maintain it. Well, again, you're right. I mean, that's the question. Like, is spending that amount just not justifiable? Is that a good return for what they've got so far? Do you feel like they need to continue spending that amount to then maintain it? Or do you think actually, when we talk about their squad being quite young, do you think that it's a down payment and they won't be investing as they won't be investing much going forward?
Yeah, it's like
Sorry, go on.
majority of teams. For me, you're gonna make the investment, and as hopefully the players pay off and perform to the standard that your team would want. And obviously, once you've got that squad, you maybe need to tweak and add little additions here and there. But on the whole, you won't need to be spending all of that money every season or two. Do you get me? Because the investment's done.
It's already set. Some people do it gradual, add a little bit to their teams as and when or whatever. Some teams will just go all out at the beginning and just put an influx of finance in there. And bro, I think it's based on. I think it's a strategy. I think.
I gotta kind of rate the way Chelsea do their business, because they've dashed bag of players and bought in a bag of players, loans here. Them ones, and it's worked out for them. So I can't. Looking at my team, we been a mess financially. Them ones, buying players for 180 mil, losing them for zero.
Worked out for them.
I got to rate the way Chelsea do their business. You get me?
I mean, like we. But again, the irony is that you used to be the right. You used to throw money, right? So you used to throw money, and actually now the financial scenario is crippling you because of this. So that's why it's an interesting conversation. Because
but I don't agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't agree that
Man United used to throw money, yes. You get me? 100%. But it's about what you're throwing money at, no Diddy, and the outcome of it. Because when Ferguson was throwing money at certain players, he was getting sounding mad. He was getting a return on this. Them ones. When he spent big money on Rooney. Rooney was there for how many years? He spent big money on Ferdinand. Ferdinand was there for how many years? It's not short-term investments. You get me?
Yeah, but
we're making money and winning competitions and leagues.
But that's Fergie, though. Like, Fergie was such a good manager. I honestly feel like he probably didn't need to invest as much as he did. Like, he could get the most out of people like Wes Brown. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I feel that Fergie was different. I'm talking like post-Fergie, because we tried to continue the same tactic, but without this different person. And actually, it didn't come off because we realized how important that person was to the way they went about things. But again, like, not to stay in Chelsea too long, the question was just about, well, how, like, because on average, right, they've spent about 350, 400 million on average in the last 3 seasons, right? And off that, they've managed to get the Club World Cup and the Conference League. So that is, they've got trophies, which is the objective, but they're also, to sustain and to make sure they don't go into administration, they've had to sell their women's team, they've had to sell a car park, they've had to sell a hotel. That's like saying, you know what, I'm going to go out, I'm going to get as many chicks as possible. I'm still getting all the chicks, but I've had to sell my Rollie, right? I've had to sell my Rollie, but I've still got the tables, right? How sustainable is that? Like, you have to keep selling to keep that. That's what I'm saying. Like, actually, is it building? Like, to keep shipping out.
Analogies, bro.
Should we all apply that? Should we all apply that, right? Should it be something that we should all apply that kind of mentality and tactic to? Do you think it worked for Man U? Do you think it worked for Liverpool? Do you think it worked for Tottenham? And then we'll close on this.
It's starting to for us, no Diddy, because we go for the young ones. You know what I'm saying? And the investment there has been is starting to. Obviously, we had the poor season last season, but the the bright notes of the season were people like Gray and Bergval. You know what I'm saying? Those guys are very, very young. They've been out of position for a lot of the season, and their ceiling is crazy, bro. And I don't know if you don't know about the little Asian guy that we got last season that was on loan at QPR. Spent the second half season loan at QPR, but he's a baller. Son replacement in the making. Like,
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Well, I mean, personally, the thing was you didn't throw money at. You didn't throw, and that's why you ended up. But you got a trophy. So for me, that is a bigger achievement.
yeah.
Like to end the drought, to not spend that kind of levels of things, to win a significant trophy. So that to me,
But
that's a bigger
finishing
achievement.
17th, bro.
I was gonna say
It's not.
though. Wait, but you see the players that we are though buying though. See the players that he is splashing money because those players are not cheap. Those are for the age group that they are. Those players, they're like for what they are scouting wise. Those are the ones right now. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's big. That's big money on a Gray and a Bergval. You know what I'm saying? For who they are.
Buy Bergval for?
It's like what? Hold on. Let me double check that. Mate. Don't want to come with no dodgy stats. Let me get my Google up.
In terms of the players, it's standard to be paying 50, 60 mil for a player now.
Yeah, football's got.
I get that. Trust me, my team's been doing that.
Depends on what the transfer strategy is as well, though, Carl. We don't really go for. It's only the last couple transfer windows where he's starting to splash out on a couple main signings. For the last few that he's been going for like top talent, young ones, isn't it? That people
but even these potential youths is mad, bro. A lot of these youths ain't done nothing. Score 4 or 5 goals, and man's will get him 40, 50 mil. You get me? Man's getting bought for them prices, and man ain't done nothing.
The game's changed.
Yeah, I agree.
The game's changed. I mean, the money's gone absolutely. It's gone bonkers. Like even like today, we got Ekatike or whatever, and like he's only, as far as I'm aware, like he's only really been on the radar for the past season and a half, and he's just gone for absolutely crazy money.
You're baller though.
I don't even think he's got 20. I don't even think he's got 20 goals.
He does at professional level, but he got 15 last season, and before that he got like 7 or something like nothing. It was very low. But either way,
and you got paid how much for him?
Almost. Well, with add-ons it'll be 90, but it's like in the 70s or something like that. But then we look at Salah.
And that's all on potential.
Salah was at Chelsea and got 1 or 2 goals. And now he's
coming in to play centre forward, isn't it?
No, but Trim, you're forgetting he went to Roma and smashed it.
Yeah, he done well at Roma. Okay. Yeah.
Where's he coming to play?
Centre forward.
I think he'll do well there, and I think he's an upgrade on Darwin Núñez.
Pause.
He was giving us problems in the Europa League.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? If we're gonna to move on and on topic, we'll talk about PSG again. And talk about the post-match drama. Now, what's interesting, and this is where I'm gonna segue from what we're talking about into this, is PSG are the best team in the world, right? But we forget how much money. Yeah, at the moment, until Liverpool come. Yeah, we know. But they're the best team at the moment. But we forget that last season they spent 240 million euros. Like and nobody else in that league, not one team in that league is doing that. Like they spent 70 million euros on Richard. Yao Neves, they spent 59 million euros. They spent 50 million euros on Desiree Doué. They spent 40 million euros on William Pacho, and they bought a goalkeeper for 20 million euros. So key players, like every single player other than their goalkeeper, played a key part in their success last season, but they were able to throw that money at them. Now, money was thrown at them, but someone threw their toys out the pram after Mr. Enrique. What is that? A petulance because someone is so used to winning, or is it because and they're just being a bit of a sad loser, or do you think there was, or did anyone think that what he did was justified in reference to his behaviour.
Never justified, but we do not know what triggered him, because sly little comments, little digs, little things, you know, like everything's heightened at that very moment, because all you know is that you were in it for everything. You put blood, sweat, and tears into that particular moment, and then you've got some player or whatever. Because remember, Luis Enrique's done it. He's been there and done it. He's been on the pitch. So to hear someone that he probably may think is lesser than him to say something, he's like, you know, who do you think you're talking to? And just didn't realize, and it got the best of him, and then he tried to grip man's face.
I thought it was Donnarumma at first. So when I was watching it, from the angle, it looked like it was Donnarumma that pushed him over. Because you know he was just in there throwing his weight around and that. And then when I saw it after, but it also, I think my man made a bit of a meal out of it, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? You can't be being that aggressive in the group and then be rolling around on the floor like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
Nah, but that's football, Smiles. You know that already, bro.
I get that. I get that. But after the whistle's done, more time. That's when it's like it's on, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and don't be in. I don't know, man. I felt
was it really that bad when he took the drop? Was it really? Did he?
It didn't
really
look
do
like
a roll
it. He tried to. It's like, you know what I'm saying, bro?
Okay.
That's how they do it, man. They try to play victim, innit? He definitely wasn't a victim in the situation, but you know how these men are gonna. You get me? I don't condone it, but I understand pattern. You get me?
Yeah, of course. I think that's what it was. His emotions boiling over, man. Right? Like, he didn't have to fall on the floor and all of that. He could have just stood his ground and a bit more pushing back. And
but he didn't know he was going to get pushed, though. He didn't know that man was going to try and put his hand in his mouth. So what was he meant to do? Like, why are you touching me, bro?
Hands in man's mouth and them thing there.
No, did he?
Pause. Yeah, all of that. But it's like, what are you doing? Like, why are you touching me? I said something. Just, I don't know. It's wild.
Pause.
Was anything actually said? Did anyone actually find out what was actually said or anything like that?
That's what I'm trying to say. Because otherwise,
I personally don't know.
We might understand. We might have a better understanding of why Enrique reacted the way that he did.
Because he's got a lot on his plate personally as well. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you've said something personal, right?
Yeah.
Especially you as the manager, you need to chill the fuck out, right? Like,
he might have got told to be humble. You know, to be humble, bars.
Yeah,
he might have got one of those ones.
But Arteta didn't put no fingers in nobody's mouth. Pause. You see what I'm saying? Like, the reality is you get told certain things, you can't react that way. You can't let the players react that. If a player does it, right? If a player does it, he's been on the pitch, he's feisty, he's throwing himself, they've been elbowing each other all game, right? Then I get it. Because if someone's been talking rubbish in your ear, like I played, and man's been talking rubbish and they're saying, oh, yeah, you're dead. Well, shut up. Your mum, you know what I mean? Like, all these other things, people will say all these things, but you can't. You just have to let it go. Like, you have to, as a manager, like, you have to deal with it. Like, as a player.
Especially as a manager.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can do that.
You can tell. You can look at him. He looks like, what's his name? He looks like, you know, the Goblin, Green Goblin. He's got that face. He just looks like the brother. You get me?
Yeah,
and just got that mad intent about him. He's very passionate. He loses it. Did you see the halftime thing when he was chatting to them and he started wiling out? Bro, he's a nutter. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But so I'm not surprised that he wound up.
Like, there's a difference between being angry though and putting your hand in someone's face. That's you can't do that. Like, you can't do that at any level to any person.
I tend to get a bit animated on the sidelines.
You can't do it to a player. You can't do that. Like, it's like when players on the pitch, like they get to something. If you grip someone, you'll probably get a yellow card. The moment you put your hand in someone's face,
it's
a red card. Do you know what I mean? You know that. You have to know that. And I think, like, obviously the player's going to milk it because all it's going to mean is that he's getting in trouble and he's going to be like, oh my days, you know, he hit me in my face. I was so hurt. You know, he might have sued him or something like that. But, you know, I just don't think that you should be acting that way. I think as a manager, you need to calm it and you need to be angry away from them.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you need to
Haven't-
lead by example.
You know, we all know football though, but haven't you had those moments where the game's done? Someone said something, your guard's down because the game's
Yeah.
done. Whilst the game's going on, you're like, yeah, Bants, you're an idiot, whatever, yeah.
Enrique's
But
about
afterwards-
what's he doing? These dudes like, what's he doing? You're a big man. Like, no,
He said,
like,
he said,
no, but
you haven't just played the game in, you know, like, I don't know, semi-pro game or whatever. Like, this is the pinnacle, innit? Like, so when you it's been building up for God knows how long. Last game of your season, whatever, and then someone does that to you, you just sometimes it's easy for us. It's easy for us to look at them and say, yeah, you should.
at
But
every
really,
level,
it's not that easy.
at every single level, like a man will, there will be one person or two people that are taking the piss, that'll mock you, right?
Oh, yeah.
They'll be near you, hey, they'll be their madness, like at every single level, right? It doesn't matter. He's played more matches than anyone there, right? He's been a man. He's probably managed more matches than half the people that have played matches there. It's not his first rodeo. He should understand what the implications are. You know what? I think he was vexed they lost because they got embarrassed, right? They weren't just lose. They didn't just lose. They got embarrassed, right? He lost, right? He got battered in a final, right? They battered Inter Milan, and they thought it was funny, right?
Mm.
And they got battered in the final, and they stopped them from winning everything they could have won that season.
Yeah.
He was pissed.
Some people just ain't good losers as well. Some people just don't like
bonus
that
must have been
feeling.
nice. His bonus must have been nice. He didn't get that bonus. The bonus is gone. You were about
What man said,
to get that bonus. You know that
He definitely lost his head, man.
you get that. You should get if you win, you get 10 mil that bonus. Yes, that's sweet. He didn't get that. He got the runners-up bonus. He already promised his miss. He already promised someone. You get me? He already promised them. I think they're not getting it no more.
Man said he's gonna get some tun if they won. No tun.
See? That's why he said you be pushing.
That's why he's fuming, bro. He was vexed, bro.
That's
why
why he is, bro.
You don't know what you've done.
Yes.
On the yacht. No man was gonna get that on the yacht.
Yo.
But anyway, I digress. It's cool. Let's move on to the next subject. Cool. Your clubs, what do they need? Transfers, tactics, and priorities. Cool.
We need all of that at Man United.
Cool. All right. That's a very comprehensive response. Cool.
Saying it from the heart. Man said it with his chest. Cool.
Elaborate. Like, what particular areas do you need? Transfers.
Everything. We bought 2 forward players.
Nah.
Yeah, he really got.
They just
I
need
don't
everything
know
else
if he's
now.
got that much time, if I'm being honest.
No.
No. We need about 3 seasons.
3 seasons ago.
Man.
And make it worse, we couldn't even get rid of our manager because we didn't have the money.
That's mad.
So we're stuck with this guy for another season at least.
That broke boy
But
problem.
he deserves it though. He deserves the time though. I think he deserves
get out of
it.
there.
No, you know what? Yeah, I agree, man. He deserves time, bro. He deserves time, bro.
You're only saying that 'cause you wanna beat him
Yeah.
mid-season. That's why you want him to have more time.
No, bro.
That's
Listen,
why
bro.
you lot want him to have more time.
Nah, bro. Listen, my team have been chopping managers like no one's business, bro. Any single one of them managers, you could have given them time, bro, and a decent kitty, bro. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, my man he's earned his stripes where he's been. Give him time, bro. You don't know you had ballers that weren't really.
Your manager on the stripes, blood. He won the trophy. We lost the trophy.
Bro.
How
Bro,
manager get
and
lost the trophy?
Can you stop shouting, please?
Sorry, I love Big Ange, bro. I love Big Ange. And
Hey,
I was
Enrique, innit?
I love Big Ange. Alf Stewart, bro. But you remember Home and Away, bro. That's Ange, bro. Alf Stewart, bro.
Home and away.
He deserved to stay. He told you lot the second season, and he did what he said. He got that trophy.
He did, but he didn't. The emotional side of me said he should have stayed, but the football side of me said, brother, it was a bit too much, and it was getting a bit too hot. You can't be doing that.
But you want me to go through that now, yeah? You want me to go through another year?
One more. Just one more, bro.
See, you don't want the best for you. You want to-
Why?
I want.
That's-
Arsenal need
I hear-
Arteta in too. Arteta in, boy, all day.
What's that, bro? You don't want
All
Arteta.
day.
We beat you all the time.
Arteta's doing well, man.
I like him. I think he's great at decision making. Personally, I like him. I like. He's
Personally.
a good guy.
For me, this is the last season where I'd be like, okay, I'll give him some grace. Now, for me, I think that he's done enough building, and he needs to start collecting. Like,
Sorry.
yeah,
Arteta.
like you
Arteta
see that
is
investment?
sorry.
You lot's team was saying about collecting, innit?
Wait. Arteta is like the Darwin Núñez of managers. Oh man,
Oh man, line him up. Line him up.
all that time.
Oh.
But I bet you Darwin Núñez is going somewhere and he's gonna slap in it. He's gonna slap somewhere
But
else.
then Arteta
Right.
needs to go and slap. Pause.
He will slap. He will slap somewhere else. Like the thing is the reason why Arteta they're not letting him go, right? Is because they know that in another project with the experience he's had, he's gonna kill it, right? So they want to see the fruits of the labor come through with this. Now, for me personally, I feel like this is his first job, right? So I get it, but I feel like there's some things that are down to him and some things that are down to the board, right? This season, the transfer looks like they're giving him the free reins to get who he wants. Now, what I would question, is it just the board? Is it just Arteta? Or is it that Edu was shit? Like, was he dead? Because the way that Berta just came through and said, boom, 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 boom. Thank you, right? I'm just like, wait, so what was Edu doing? Do you know what I mean? Like,
But JR, why is it that I've heard this a lot from Arsenal fans? I don't really hear it from other fans. Why do you lot always go to Edu and all of these other guys? Because when managers sign players, or when teams sign players, we always give the credit to the manager. So why all of a sudden that it's all of these other guys behind the scene?
Liverpool does kind of.
So for me personally, right, and I've said this before, the manager creates a shopping list, right, and someone else goes out and buys, right.
Yeah.
We don't give enough credit to sporting directors. Not every club has a sporting director or someone that does that, right? We normally like connect to the commercial director, the director of football, how they describe them, right? But my personal position is it was very clear who was doing that, right? I'm not saying, oh, well done Arteta for signing Gyökeres. I'm saying Berta, you done your job. That's what I'm saying. Like Arteta might.
Yeah, because the majority of the people would say, well done Arteta.
Well, that's not what I'm saying personally. I'm saying like, you know what? I believe there's players that he wants, but he doesn't have the power to go and get them. Someone else makes that decision, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm onto you, but I'm not onto you fully because I know that isn't fully your thing. But either way, if you don't do it this season when you got the players that you say you want, then that's your business. That's your problem. Then we need to find someone new. Do you know what I mean? There's only so much grace that you can give someone.
We got Daniel Levy, bro. Come on. It's definitely not up to the manager all the time over there, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, there's been a few shifts in that. We brought in Don, what's his name? Don Paratici, bro. When he's about, he's on some proper mafia thing, bro. Yeah. You can see him just sitting in the background. Even while he's had his ban, he's been advising. You know what I'm saying, bro? But since he's come in, the players that the level of quality of players, the Romeros and the Van der Vens, you could see straight away, bro. And me, when I'm invested in my team, I'm invested in my team, like the ins and outs of everything, bro. So I know, like, we went backwards after we got rid of what's my man's name? He went on to be the sporting director of RB Leipzig, bro. Paul Mitchell, bro. Paul Mitchell left Tottenham, yeah. And we got rid of Wanyama, we got rid of Dembele, we got rid of all of them, man, and we started buying all these League One players. There was Stambouli and all these wingers and Kudu, all these players that were doing half all right in the French league and gone. As soon as these men started pulling the strings again, Patrici and all these guys, we started bringing in ballers, bro. And you can see it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can see it, bro. We got Kudus, bro. Bad boy, bro. That's a stroke of genius, bro.
Yeah, Kudus is a baller still. I'm upset.
Yeah, definitely.
Problem player.
A few more.
So Liverpool, what do you need? What are you getting?
Well, we've worked hard. We've gone ham. Liverpool actually took me by surprise by going all out with, we went and got Frimpong, we went and got Kirkes, we got Wirtz. We've now just signed Ikitike. There's still a possibility, whether it happens or not, I don't know, but there's still a possibility of getting Isak as well. So I'd like to see a centre back come in, because obviously the speculation about Kanate, and we don't want to have another Trent situation. It's so strange even talking about Trent now because of how many other players that have come in. So it's one of those things. But what I'd like to see is for us to now get ourselves a centre back, and if we could get the striker situation sorted out, that would be ideal. I know Diaz has made it very clear that he doesn't want to stay, so we wish him all the best with that. Unfortunately, we lost the G, like Diogo Jota, rest in peace. And Nunes could be also on it. Well, I've been told that Nunes is definitely going to be going this season. So, yeah, that's the situation right now. But yeah, what I'd like is a centre back and a striker, one more striker. I think we're good. We're sorted with keepers. We've got 2 keepers that came in. Yeah, everything seems all right.
You really think that Liverpool will spend another 150 on Isak?
Yes.
Do you know? I don't think that.
We made a. Hold on a minute. Didn't we just make a bid of 120 million pounds for him? And
but wasn't that before you got the other striker?
I think that was before my man.
Yeah, but
done another one.
I'm saying after you spent that 80-90 mil on the other striker, you think that Liverpool will spend another 150 on Isak?
I do.
I think they might do.
If he's available, say so for the players that we've got that we want to sell, if we sell them, we still get to comfortably get spend that 150 on Isak and not scratch the surface with the PSR. So I think.
So you say dependent on the other players leaving.
It's I think they still that.
Yeah,
I'll go with that for now.
Because Liverpool have three players that they want to sell, to my knowledge, right? And they're like Diaz, Nunes, and Harvey Elliott, right? They are potentially people that they will sell. And with that,
Chiesa as well, isn't it?
And if they're looking at what's his name? They're looking at Isak and Rodrigo, right? That together is about 200 mil, right? But what they were selling potentially is about 200 mil. Like if they get 67 mil for Diaz, if they get 60-70 mil for Nunes, and then they get 30 each or whatever. I don't know if they get that for Chiesa because he's
20. Chiesa's 20.
They get 30 for Harvey Elliott, and they get 10.
Harvey Elliott 30.
Right?
Harvey Elliott he'll be a bit more even. I think Harvey you could probably push a bit more because of the UK thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's
and
got they always bump up British players' value on that.
They've already sold Kwanzaa, so like they can kind of equal out what they're doing. And I suppose like they've generated some money, and what I learned as well is that there's obviously the 3-year a PSR kind of cycle, right? And I believe that Arsenal, Liverpool, and I think someone else are at the beginning of their new cycle. So we can spend this money and be okay for like the next year or so. But I do know that Arsenal will have to sell next season. Like we'll have to sell someone. But that's not a problem because everyone gets to that point, and there's some players that I'm like, oh, okay, let's see how you perform this season, and then we'll see where you go. But
we got a message there, JR.
Yeah.
Oh, we got man like Bilal Buck is being there representing. Right. Well done, and Andrea Berta. Liverpool need to stop being greedy. How greedy? Spurs need more than Kudos.
Bro, we do. If it, you ready for my list? I got a list, Vapes.
Hold on, and
Right.
also
You
we
got the
got
shopping
we
list.
also got a comment from Roland Bascom as well, saying
Robertson and Samakis. Do you think
Yeah,
you'll get
they're on
rid
the.
of? Think you'll get rid of Robertson?
I think so.
Or Samakis? Which one do you think will go?
I think what I would like if Simicast goes, I think Robbo needs to stay because we can't. I think it would be difficult to lose Trent and to lose Robbo as well because Trent was second in command as far as captaincy, but then after that would have been Robbo. So if we lose that as well, the dressing room is a little bit light for OGs of the team, and he's won everything as well. So if Simicast goes, it's not as bad as if Robbo was to go because of his how he is in the changing room and stuff like that. He's the laddish side and how to bring in players, make them feel comfortable, stuff like that. So he'd be a big loss, even though he's in decline.
Okay, cool. All right. So just to go to the comments again. So what happened to Gay off Liverpool's light in defence? I mean, it does sound like it. I really feel sorry for your other defender, Gomez. Like he's not
Because
close to be seen. He wants to leave, but they won't let him. He's on one of them, death row records contracts. Not allowed to leave.
Where did you get that from? Is that someone that wrote that in, or is that your take on it?
Nah, that's what I believe. That's my take. Because I'm like, Gomez is trying to leave like a couple of seasons, and he got injured one season, I think, and then he didn't. And the other season, it was just like, no, you're just light. So he didn't go.
Why would we want to keep a player that wants to go? Diaz wants to go, and we're saying go on then. So
Yeah,
why would we? And he's more important than someone like Gomez. So I'm not sure what it was that Gomez did. And I do like him as because he's versatile. But at the same time, what was it? Because obviously he since he had that injury at the same time with Virgil van Dijk and that, he hasn't been able to solidify a place in the team, or you know what I mean. So I'm not sure why we want to be. Like, as far as intent, what was the reasoning behind holding him back and making him stay on his death row contract?
Well, I think what it is that I don't think he's going to force a move. But I think he just wants to. He wants to like a place where he can kind of establish himself. But
Arsenal?
there isn't obvious places for him to go because he's not elite. He plays for an elite club, but he's not elite himself. So the money that you probably want for him will be substantial. If you're selling Kwanzaa for 40 million euros, then I don't know what you want for Gomez, who's actually played a lot of minutes, a former England international as well. I don't know.
I think it's harsh to say that he's not elite because at the same time, the season that we did win the league, most of the time he was the one standing next to the VVD. So
he's not elite. Let's not pretend. Like nobody wants Gomez. He's a good defender, but he's not elite.
Okay.
He's not. But like the point is, it's like there's no like team that's like, nah, if he goes into that team, he improves that defense. He's just experienced. He's good at what he does. Like he doesn't really make obvious errors and mistakes and all this stuff. Like he's good. Like in my opinion, anyway, right? I think he's good. I just don't think he's elite. But anyway, let's not digress too much because we've got a couple of more subjects. Spurs to sign Elliott, good player. Do you know what?
That's a shout.
Yeah, we need quite a bit. We need quite a bit, but I'm thinking where's he going to play? Play him in more in a deeper role. Because where did he play for? It's more on the wing, more no.
But he can play. He could. Yeah, he's an attacking.
I think what Frank wants to do is more. He wants more aggressive players in the middle of the park, more like why he's going for Gibbs White and them, man, innit? And I think that's what we need because with the runners that we've got in midfield, they're not really. I don't know. Sarr, he's not really doing it for me. You know what I'm saying? He's got engine on him, but there's not much more to his game. When he seems to play against the big boys, he'll run them ragged, like he'll run them and chase them around the pitch and give them a hard time, but there's nothing more to him, really. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas you got the Bergvall, we got Gray. Basuma, I love him, but he doesn't fit in anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I just love him as a brother. You know what I'm saying? But he's got to go, bro.
Hey, yo, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, bro.
Man's just pausing up the face, bro.
Nah, but listen.
That
Yeah,
is crazy.
it's a family thing. That's more of a family thing.
Nah,
He's like a cousin. Nah, brother.
That is
Basuma's like a cousin. I said I love him like a brother, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's
Okay.
like a cousin. You know when you go see him at on a Sunday, grandma's for dinner. Yes, cuz.
Oh,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Family thing.
We definitely need some cover at left back as well. I've got a feeling Levy's gonna get rid of someone that we value. He's gonna get rid of a Pedro or a Dogi. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna try and make some money. Seeing they're back on the Spence bandwagon now.
I think Stokes is good, man.
And I think we definitely need a new keeper. I'm not feeling Vicario. My heart's in his mouth anytime he plays, bro. You know what I'm
He
saying?
can take Onana if you want.
Nah, I'm good. We've got Kinski, bro. No Diddy. His name just sounds kinky. No Diddy.
Nani and
Hey,
Kinky.
bro,
Nani and
this guy plays better on the field, bro. He don't want to be a
Bro, he's a
keeper. I
sick
don't know what
baller.
I'm saying.
Wait, I'm
Bro.
not. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Wow.
They look like they're busy in the transfer market though, so I'm just gonna sit back for now and see what happens. I think Son might be on his way out as well. But Frank could probably revive him though, because Andrew's been playing him on the touchline. He plays with touchline winners, isn't it? Frank's like inside forwards, so he might come alive again. You know what I'm saying? Or if he plays two up top, he might get that runner that he wants. You know what I'm saying? I think Frank likes to play with two up top. That's why we're hovering around Wissa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of talent in the academy as well, man. A lot of bright talent. So we got Mikey Moore in there. We got George Abbott. Jamie Donnelly, these are good loan spells, League One, League Two. You know what I'm saying? The Mikey Moore's playing a lot of Europa League football, bro. So even though it was a lot of part-time players, it's good experience for him. I don't know if you watched that game, the game we played against the game just before, and all three of the academy players scored. They came on as subs.
JJ was something like it was like a
no, it was Elfsborg, I think. I think it was Elfsborg.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that was my favorite, apart from the final. Obviously, that was my favorite game of the season, bro. Not even this thing of the season, bro. Obviously, I follow the Young Bucks in it. So when what's his name scored, JJ Common scored, Dane Scarlett scored, and then Mikey Moore got his. It's like, yeah,
Dane Scarlett's still there. He doesn't even knock.
Yeah, bro. He's got a lot of loan spells, but he's I don't know, man. He might get his chance because he can finish. But obviously, the striker profile that we've had have been a bit more thing than him, innit? But I've got faith in them. I'd like to see a couple of them on the bench. A couple of some dead weight that needs to go, bro.
We'll see. We will see.
Okay.
What are you saying, JR? Arsenal complete now?
Yeah.
So we got about 2 players that I reckon will come through the door, and that's it. 2 players in the door.
And talking about.
So Gyökeres is in the process of essentially being completed, which I'm very excited about.
Still not completed yet.
No, he's done his medical.
I thought Bob said, here we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Documents exchanged, but there's no announcement. So we'll just until it's done, but it's documents exchanged.
Yeah, but Zubimendi took about 4 months to sign. So yeah, I get it.
More than that, bro. More than that. It's a more
Fab's in my bad books right now. Fab's in my bad books, fam. He told me here we go, and I'm still waiting for Morgan Gibbs White, bro. So
he said that was mad.
That was mad, though.
He says
hey, that's a mad one for you that you're not smart.
Bro, Kudus one day, and then I saw Morgan Gibbs White the next day, bro. I was like, what?
Well, I thought City was in talk for him.
Yeah, I think they were, but then
I think we hit his release clause, but then obviously there was some rubbish about obviously the Nottingham Forest man was fuming.
You gotta follow the rules, man.
He's a baller though. I rate it.
Yeah.
But how else are you gonna know there's a release clause unless your agent or someone that you know? We're just gonna randomly hope that someone bids that for a fee of around 60 mil.
I don't know the ins and outs of it and what is considered illegal poaching, but I think there's a way of entertaining players that you're you're overstepping the mark. And I don't know the ins and outs, but I think that's what's happened. And normally it's like, it might be like, oh, you're allowed to kind of converse with an agent, but you're not allowed to discuss certain details. And those details were discussed well in advance without informing the club. So that means that, and I imagine like it'll be like you're making if you're in a player's ear without letting us know, then we don't have enough of time to discuss a new contract, to rebuff anything that we don't have that. So maybe
he's
things
fuming.
were so exactly, you're fuming. Like,
he's been trying to get him to sign for like a year and a bit, bro. The more he don't want to sign, bro.
Exactly. But you've not told the club, and that's where you've gone about it the wrong way. So now the club will have to sell to you because that's the case. So, but as I said, because the player was approached way to discuss and agree this up. Exactly. So you're discussing this without me, without my knowledge or consent. So this is where I think the problem is, and especially like if you don't, you have to trigger the recourse first before doing that, I believe. Anyway, like, you know, you're gonna have to sort that out with them and see if you can kiss and make up with that team. But
Free Morgan.
Let's go.
Transfers. And just to close out on Arsenal, 2 more transfers we're probably looking at is a winger. We've been linked with Rodrigo. I don't think we're getting him anymore. We've been linked with Eze. We've been linked with Gordon, and we're linked with Morgan Rogers, right? And then the only other player that we kind of been linked with was someone who actually Chelsea, I think, have just signed, Jarrell Hart. So which moved that out of nowhere. Crazy. Like, he was a player.
They
Definitely wanted
smashed
that.
They're on crud, bro. They're on crud. It was like, oh, we just made some let's buy him.
Definitely.
All right, cool.
But yeah, cool. So moving on, we're focused on semi. So this is a topic that we've discussed in some detail before. VAR. I know that like Tiny's a fan's favorite of VAR. He loves VAR. And personally, like I love VAR as well. But semi-auto VAR and offsides, like, will that technology save or ruin the game? So we'll have a quick discussion on that. What does everyone think about that technology?
As long as it cuts down the timing.
Oh, please. Sorry, go on.
As long as it cuts down the timing in between, I'm kind of like, it is what it is now. Like, I obviously coach a Sunday league football on a Sunday, bro. There's no VAR. I get my fix in it. I get my old school fix back then in it. So when it comes to the TV football, I'm used to it now. So it's like, if you're not gonna make it better and make it more efficient, then do that in it. As long as it's not the wrong decision and it's on point, then it's, you know what I'm saying. I know it takes away a bit from the passion of it, but like I said, a bit personal opinion. I get my fix at the weekends in it, and you know what I'm saying, without the VAR. So yeah, man.
How bad was it? Like last season where you had to wait for the decision to actually see what happened, because you couldn't celebrate properly. You'd be like, come on.
Then you're like, right.
And then wait.
Personally, I just think it has to be like goal line technology, instant. If it's not instant, you might as well just leave it to human error.
Yeah.
Well, semi-automated VAR is essentially that. It gives that instant response. So, like we saw in the Champions League, it should give that opportunity. It's like offside, boom, straight away, no long thing. And what it would also mean is like we prevent injuries. Which player? There was a player from Nottingham Forest, Tayo Awini, and they played on the offside, and he batted it to the post, and he was stretched off or whatever. So I think that this will help massively. What it doesn't help with is penalties or like, you know, red card decisions. Like, that is where we still will struggle. Like, and I think that we struggle with providing a solution. We know it's a problem, but we struggle with providing a solution other than just pick a decision and stick with it, right?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of fear of getting it wrong, so they take longer than necessary.
Yeah.
But in the Champions League, in other areas, in other countries, to just kind of say this is the decision, boom, it's gone. So I think we need to take a leaf out of that book. But this semi-automated VAR won't help personally.
Yeah, I think as long as there's someone that's got to make the decision at the end of it, there's always gonna be room for the error in it, and it just makes it worse that it's bloody filmed and people watching it back.
Mad.
Definitely.
All right.
And cool. So, all right. So, I mean, that feels like it's something that we can agree to still hate until we can appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah, until they iron out all of the kinks. No, Diddy. I think we'll just still have that.
Ain't that the Tottenham keeper?
Say that again. Cheeky.
So cool. All right. Anyway, moving on swiftly. So, and to kind of wrap up, where we are with Don't Trip, what we typically do. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what we typically do, we talk about the winners and the losers of the week. Now, this week will be the winners and losers in reference to transfers, because or any pre-seasons, if you've been watching any pre-season games that we started, but typically every week, like after, we would talk about who's been the winners and losers of the week. You know, unfortunately, for Tottenham, Man U, they were the losers a lot of the time last week, like last season. But this season, I think it's going to be spicy, right? Because the way that people are invested in their squads, like I just think it's going to be. I think it's going to be difficult. I don't think that, like, Liverpool at the moment look like they're going to be the winners of the Prem, just because they went and bought Verts, and they're looking at Isak, and they bought the best left back in the league attacking wise, and they bought one of the best right backs in Europe attacking wise. So it looks like they're going to be spicy, but yeah, I don't know. But so far, I don't know if your team's been having pre-season games, if you've had transfers and stuff like that. Who would you say that, you know, have been the winners and losers this week, based on your knowledge of games going on?
We had a game. We had the game at the weekend. We played against Reading. 2-0 win, clean sheet. Can't complain. Kudu's come on, got an assist. Both of them basically. We've got a young centre back. I don't know if you've heard of it, called Vluskovic or something.
No,
but he's like the top scoring defender for his age group for time. At some point last year, he had more goals than Yamal for a centre back. Like his aerial thing is crazy. So when he came on, like obviously he's assisted the first goal from a header, and then he scored the second one, and he's a centre back. So he's a dangerous youth, bro. He's been on loan. We bought him at 17, but he couldn't officially sign for us until this year. You know what I'm saying? And he was where was he last year? He was in Belgium on loan with Jamie Donnelly over there. Then played in the Premier League in Belgium, innit? So I don't think Frank's gonna loan him out again this year. He's an addition. I think he's better than Dragusin straight away. You know what I'm saying? So
we forgot about him. Is he all right?
Dead, bro. Yeah, he's all right, bro. You know.
He's dead.
Like he's like a Dyer 2.0. He's a bit quicker than Dyer, bro. Than Frankenstein business, bro.
He came in with some kind of hype, like he's gonna try and take over people's position, and nobody cares about him now. You know, like nobody.
Bro. But as soon as I looked at the YouTube videos, I was like, he's all right, but yeah,
no, this guy.
He didn't do it.
All right.
No. So cool. All right. So my and just as a reminder, the losers can not necessarily be a team. It can be a player. It can be an individual, right? So, who's up next for winners and losers for the week? Because if you don't have any, then I can talk about my winner.
I've got a winner. Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez had a good game against who did we play? Oh, I forgot. It's not Stoke. Oh shit, I forgot. But the last game that we played, we won 5-0, and he notched a couple. I think he scored in the other game as well. So Darwin Núñez winner for me. Unfortunately, he will go. It is what it is. Loses PSG. How's that?
Cool.
Done.
Can I add a loser?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go on.
I feel like the Premier League, bro, and a lot of the leagues. There's a lot of players that are just going to waste. In like, no disrespect to the Turkish league and that, bro. But man, like Osimhen and these guys are going for crazy. Like they should be playing in the Premier League, bro. And there's a lot of players in that league that I feel like could be in. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like top level ballers.
But you know the problem is, the money that they're asking for them to join the Premier League, bro.
Crazy.
Like, they're asking for, huh?
A wage
Even
thing,
the clubs that
even the clubs
even the clubs that when clubs want to buy them, for example, Arsenal's and Liverpool's and Man United's, bro, they just charge man stupid peas, bro.
Ridiculous.
And then when they go to Turkey, they give them to them at a normal price, bro.
And bare installment rates.
Yeah. It's mad, bro.
Bear Klarna. You know, Bear Klarna.
Yeah.
And Tepe. Not that I know. I don't know about them.
But I definitely agree with you, bro. The Premier League's losing out on some ballers.
Trust me.
Yes.
And the Saudi League things got mad as well.
Bro, oh mate.
Go on.
But the thing is my thoughts on the Saudi League is a stop off, right? Because no one stays there for long, like, you know, that really cares. They go there for a year and then they cut because they made their money, and now it's like, what's next? You know, like
It shows that it's not about money.
If you're under the age of 30, like, you don't stay there, you move on. Literally, Jordan Henderson, I think I spoke about it before, like, he cut his contract and I'm Ajax. I'd rather go Ajax and take a pay cut than stay this place. Like, come on, let's not do that. But have you got what were your losers, Trim? Your winner was Núñez. Who's your loser? PSG. Oh, cool. So
they got Kong. Chelsea mashed them up.
So my winner of the week is Marcus Rashford.
Bad man.
Right? It's related to my loser of the week, right? And I'm going to talk about it in its entirety, right? So Teddy Sheringham is my loser of the week, right? Because, like, I don't know why people talk about players like that, especially, you know, I'm not going to bring race into this too much, but especially a certain type of players that they talk about in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what do you mean you don't deserve Barcelona? Who tells you you deserve Barcelona?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like, if they want him, let them buy him, innit? Like, what's your problem? You should just be happy he goes anywhere. If you don't really want him at your club, just be happy he goes anywhere other than your club. About you don't deserve. And guess what happened to him? The winner of the week is Rash, because he went to Barcelona.
Yeah,
he went there. Like, I respect it. You say, what? I can't go Barcelona? All right, watch this. Hold my beer. Bam. Barcelona.
Hold my drink, bitch.
Well, the thing is, we all know Rashford, there's a player there somewhere, innit? He just needs to, personally, I think, the nurturing of the management after Ferguson hasn't been good with him. So we all know there's a player there, and I think good luck to him, man. Like, over his career, he's done some amazing stuff. So to say that he doesn't deserve to go to Barcelona, that's a mad thing, bro.
Is he on loan? Is he on loan?
Yeah.
But
option to buy.
The thing is, before he got the move, he was saying you don't deserve to be there. And for me, like, I think personally, the way that a Pogba, a Rashford has been dealt with, right, is shameful, because these people are academy products. They're not even just people that came through, right? They're academy products, right? They tried to make their way through. So Pogba tried. There wasn't a space. He went. He done his thing, and he came back. And the worst thing, he was kind of shooed out of the club. He was earning a lot of money, but he was still performing better than other players. And then Rashford, he didn't have a great season. He didn't have a great season, but he's still an academy product. He's a Manchester boy. He's had some great seasons for you, and there is a player in there, like you were saying, but it might be an attitude thing. It might be something else. But there's a player in there who's born and bred Man U, and you just want to deal with him like, nah, get out my club, nah, come on.
Yeah, idiot thing, man. Oh, idiot
Nah.
thing that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's, you know, do you know what I mean? It's
I used to have time for Teddy, but I didn't like that comment either.
nah.
I used to have time for Teddy, understand.
To be fair, I ain't ever had time for him since he dissed Andy Cole, and Andy Cole, yeah.
Oh, all right.
That's crazy.
Andy Cole's
Alright.
first game for England, he was leaving the field. Sheringham was leaving the field and didn't shake his hand on that. You get me?
Yeah,
I think I see that in the Andy Cole documentary thing.
We know where you are, Teddy. I'm not saying anything. Anyway, so
And Andy Cole played for him, played with him at Man United, and didn't chat to him off the field.
Never chat to him after that. But,
so have you said
we got one? Hold on, let me just check.
Can I do my winners and losers now?
Yeah, go for it.
I was gonna say Enrique because I'm sure he's disappointed in himself.
Big term.
Grabbing up, putting hands in man's mouth and everything there. Pause. Hey. Yeah. And I was gonna agree with you, JR. Rashford. I think it's an amazing opportunity for him, and hopefully, I hope he does well, man. Even if it doesn't end up with Man United getting some good piece for him at the end of it, I just hope he does well in general, man. Because over his career, like initially, I was expecting, this guy might actually be world class and all of that kind of stuff, innit? So if he can continue his career and improve on what's been going on the last few years, good luck to him for me.
I respect it. That's nice of you, Tiny. Well, that was really good.
Yeah, because you know I'm real harsh on these players at Man United.
I was surprised you saying that, so I respect it, bro.
Yeah, and big up Buckstar in the comments as well, mentioning that Dean Saunders two bitter ex-players, really bitter. Like, I don't know. I feel like we should discuss ex-players. Like some of these ex-players of a certain generation, they're on a
salty.
I think that's on a pod, you know. We gotta do that one. These haters, bro.
That'll be flavors.
Like, it's so hateful. I don't even understand. But anyway,
get me, bro.
But it's been a while. It's been a long pod, and you know we come to the end of this pod, and typically, you know, everyone just says their goodbyes. They say their little mores. They say their au revoirs, however they want to disengage. But thank you everyone for listening and commenting.
Wicked pod, loved it. Big up everyone. Thanks for having us as well. Please remember to like and subscribe and share the pod. Big up Raw Smiles as well for joining us today, my brother. Salute as well. Absolutely, loved it, man. That was dope.
Been a pleasure.
We need a bit of Tottenham inspiration in the don't trip, you know.
I'm here for it, bruv. So anytime you need me to shout me, bruv, I'm here, bruv.
Remember you after that.
Plus, I like anyone that winds up these Arsenal fans.
They're gonna be quiet this season, this preseason, boy. They're gonna be quiet, bro.
They're gonna be quiet.
They're gonna be quiet. November time they'll start talking again.
Yeah, it's a season, bro. I don't even. For me, like it's nice to win if we win, but it's preseason. I can't really say, oh, we beat you preseason, because if you beat us twice in the league, it's like, oh, we beat you preseason. It doesn't mean anything. So, but for me, first time North London derby outside of North London.
Ooh,
I just meant you lot. I wasn't talking about the game. I was just talking about you, man, in general being quiet over preseason because you got bad to say.
I mean, we're doing well. We've got a lot to say. We've had a great transfer window. I'm happy.
Oh, the season,
right? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just waiting for the season to start. If we get the players, the next two players,
most of you lot,
then I'm happy. Like we will still beat you, so it doesn't matter.
But it's all good, bro. As long as you got something in the cabinet at the end of the season, innit?
Oh,
Look at that.
well, I was.
You know how long I've been waiting for that, any vapor. You know how long I've been
waiting
waiting for that.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
17 years to clear your throat. Get the hell out of here. All right. Let's see if you can repeat those heroics. All right.
Right. Yeah.
Let's do that. That's the first card.
Mad.
Right. Go for
Mad.
it. Go, man.
Shots fired. Everybody
coming,
that's
my
been
guy.
watching
We're
the
coming
pod, just
for
know
you.
what is about to go on for the next few weeks. It's going to be crazy. Just wanted to send out a shout out to Rend, send a shout out to Cairo, send a shout out to Buckstar, everyone that the whole of the Don't Trip team that wasn't able to join us today. Shouts out to Malachi as well. Shout out to Beefy. Don't Trip family. We're not petting. That's all. Just look forward to what's about to happen. We've got mad stuff about to happen. Trust me. Yeah. Don't trip.
Like, you said so many shout outs here. I thought you was gonna say free my dog. I was gonna say please don't say free my dog. Yeah.
No.
Free up Sancho. Get out of there, bro.
Free Morgan.
Free up Sancho. Go.
Free boy, double bass, Nika.
Amen.